natural journey unfolds, let our products naturally assist you. Salome, your journey matters.
Available at pharmacies nationwide.
Oh, welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, and we love discussing all health matters. And ladies, you need to listen up because the ladies will tell you it's all about what you use. Now, different products work for different women. So having a female hygiene product that is with a range where you really get to pick your perfect fit, it is an investment. And here to give us an overview on menstrual health is TV personality Candice Chirwa. She is here. And, you know, you look beautiful in pink. You are popping, very feminine. And, you know, we are here to talk all things menstrual health. I've been enjoying these chats that we've been having because I learned something new. What is it about menstrual health that's so important to you?
What's so important to me is because when I first started my period, I was terrified. I thought that I was going to die, and I never saw myself, you know, being the Minister of Menstruation, advocating to talk openly about periods. There's so much stigma and taboos around such a human biological experience that I think we need to just normalize it. It's the same to sneezing, it's the same to going to the bathroom. So the reason why I speak openly about menstrual health is just to educate and empower, in particular young girls, to say this is a normal thing.
And I love that you are using your social media platforms to do that, because I have to say I had a different experience before it was my first time, because all of my friends had experienced it before me. So it was constantly a conversation amongst my friends and my peers. And so by the time it was my time, I was actually quite excited to join.
I'm a cool kid now, I've joined the squad.
I'm a young woman.
Yeah.
How have you found the response on your social media platforms whenever you do discuss menstrual health?
I think because I'm such a bubbly and positive person, people then have the same approach. If I was actually timid and afraid, then I think people would also have that approach. But I think what's really great is that the Minister of Menstruation, which is sort of like, I would say it's definitely a real thing, but I mean, we have so many ministers in this country, it could actually be a real thing. I need an budget expenditure government, just, you know where to find me. I think it just creates this platform, you know, a safe space in which anyone can ask questions, whether it be a woman, a man, non-binary, to say, you know, there's something about my period that's not making sense. Or as a man, how do I step in to assist my menstruating partner? You know, and it's just really allowing for people to embrace this normal thing. And I just think what's really great is just speaking openly about it. And positively, I think there hasn't been any like negative responses. People haven't been like, oh, what you're doing is disgusting. I think people are like, you know, we love the work that you're doing. You're educating young girls on it. And it's just been so great, honestly.
And it's a natural process that most women go through. And it's something that should be celebrated instead of feeling ashamed about. Now, what have been some of the most common questions that young girls ask you? Because I think, you know, for many of us, because we have been going through it once a month for so long, you kind of take it for granted that someone's experiencing it for the first time.
You know, and these questions not only just come from young girls, but also young adults, right? Because the lack of education in school, in spaces, is just, it's really terrifying. But often the questions that I get is that, is it normal to bleed for more than 8 days? Is this pain that I'm experiencing normal? You know, will a tampon or menstrual cup break my virginity or my hymen? There's so many different questions that I think are associated to the period stigma, saying that we need to keep ourselves isolated and we need to keep quiet about these things. And as the Minister of Menstruation, I advocate for saying, you know, if you want to learn about these things, jump on, send me a message, you know, ask for workshops. And we do workshops in a very fun and empowering way versus, you know, the normal, like, this is a vagina, this is where blood comes out. We really have fun and empowering people on that. So I think the questions are really, really great, but there's also crazy questions where people will ask, like, am I allowed to swim in the ocean on my period because I heard sharks will eat me? You know, things like that. Can I wash my hair on my period because my hair will fall out? Can I cook on my period because I heard that it'll make the food rotten quickly? There's just so many myths that I think really need to be debunked. And yeah, that's the Minister of Menstruation's job, right? We have to empower and say, actually, using a tampon will not break your virginity. Your uterus is not connected to your hand, so you can actually cook if you want to. You can swim, you can do whatever you want on your period. And that's why I use the slogan, anything you can do, I can do bleeding, as a way to empower menstruators to say, feel empowered, do what you want because it's your period, and embrace it.
Definitely embrace it. Now, Salome, they offer a wide variety of pain relief medication. What is it about Salome that makes it your go-to when it's that time of the month?
Wow, I think what I often tend to speak on is that my uterus will be doing the most. It's like an extreme sport, especially with the period pain. And the thing is, because of the work that I do, I often find myself in very uncomfortable positions where I'm like, I need to focus, you know? Like right now I'm menstruating, and sometimes my cramps will be like, hey, just reminding you that you're menstruating. I'm here. And it's like,
forget about me.
On flow, please calm down. So what I really love about the Salome product is I really enjoy using the menstrual pain because what's great about it is that it's herbal, right? So it's not an impact to my gut, it's not harmful to my gut. And what's also really great about it is that I take it 3 times a day, so it's like taking any form of medication, and I don't feel the pain. I also used to use heavy menstrual bleeding. I found that, especially because I have a copper IUD, I would experience really intense heavy bleeding, and it actually lightened my flow. So that was really incredible. And recently I used the PMS one, and let me tell you something. Oh my goodness. The PMS bloating was not there. My breasts were not tender. I was like, this is magic. I'm loving it. So it makes it really easy to just function, you know, and just make sure that, okay, the only thing I'm doing is bleeding, and I can just continue going about my day.
Well, you need to stay here the whole day because I feel like this is a conversation we need to involve everyone in and continue having. Candice, thank you for joining us and sharing your journey and being an advocate, being the Minister of Periods, and hearing personal stories. It really gives us that extra little bit of assurance when it comes to buying products that can assist with menstruation. And with Salome, your journey matters.
On a monthly basis, all of us powerful, fierce women deal with our menstrual cycle. But why let it affect our lives?
Anywhere I go, anywhere I be.
As your natural journey unfolds, let our products naturally assist you. Live your full unfiltered life with the Salome range for PMS, menstrual pain, and heavy menstrual bleeding. Salome, your journey matters.
Available at pharmacies nationwide.